What's the last 10 victories you had? The last 10 things that you succeeded at? The last 10 successes? Come on, fess up, tell me. I bet you can tell me the last 5 or last 10 things you failed at. Real quick though. In this video, let's talk about self-esteem and how it affects and drives you forward or not, depending on the level of self-esteem you have. Because in this success principle, number 26, we're acknowledging our positive past. Now, sometimes when we're looking in the past, we're thinking of failures and things that we have regretted in our lives, things that didn't go so well and we want to improve. But when's the last time you focused on what's really was a success for you? And how are you measuring success? Is it still based on materialistic things, or are they a balance of things that are internal as well? So let's talk about that, because in this success principle, we're talking about really focusing on the successes you've had so that you can build upon them and drive your vision forward. Because the more you remember your successes, the more you build up your self-esteem. The more self-esteem you have, the more likely you are to succeed. It's a knock-on effect. So let's not focus on our failures. Let's focus on our successes. So one of the tasks that you can do in order for that to happen is actually write 100 times you've succeeded. Not like I've succeeded 100 times, but the actual specifics of when you've succeeded. And you can break it down, just like the Success Principle book says, from ages. Excuse me. So we're talking about from birth to the age 20, name some successes, name at least 3. From 20 to 40, name some successes. Now, if you are not even there yet and you're thinking, oh, you can break down the ages. And so you can think of probably each age has a success in that year, right? So you can even do that. And that will be helpful in building your self-esteem, because the more you know that you've won, and the truth of the matter is you've succeeded more than you've failed. But sometimes we're so focused on our failures, we're not even thinking about our successes, but we've succeeded a heck of a lot of times more than we failed. So that's one of the things. The next thing that you could do is the mirror exercises, where you look in the mirror and you say some positive words of encouragement to yourself about who you are. So this is like working on your self-image. It's just you really building yourself up, really talking to yourself like your own best friend. Really working on parts of the darkness, the shadow self, so that you can bring it to the light. Working on inner child, do some inner child work, some journaling, some things that are going to help you to really move past the way you've perceived perhaps experiences and reframing them so that they're more of a success. What's a nice phrase that I was from a book that I was reading recently is, where's the medicine in that? So there's always good medicine in our experiences. So if you ask yourself, what medicine did that bring? What, in other words, if or phrase you could use is, what was the opportunity that brought? If you're not really familiar with medicine, I like the word medicine because sometimes we swallow medicine like, ugh, we have to because it makes us better. But if we think of it life like the experience of, oh my gosh, there was medicine in that experience and it made me better. It made me a better person. It really challenged me. It made me grow. It made me just awesome. Where's the medicine in that? So if you look for the medicine, all the parts of your life and all the experiences, failures, you can turn 99% of everything you've experienced into successes, because there's a medicine in everything. There's been a knock-on effect of that experience happening for you, not to you. What other words, things? Oh, a victory log. So again, if you've not bought the book, do buy it. I encourage you to buy it, because I'm going through the principles, but I'm not necessarily going through each and every nugget of wisdom. And so I'm going to share with you some of the things, but because this is about shifting, healing, expanding, this is about you growing. And when you really dive into a book, you give yourself an opportunity to grow, because there's parts of the book that I'm going to completely skate over that you might need for the medicine on your next journey, right? Last but not least, rewards. Now, normally when we do some habits, there is a reward system that comes along with it in order for you to feel enticed, almost like a carrot on the stick, so that you keep going. So there's no point you having habits and almost changing elements of your behavior and not seeing the rewards. So what reward looks like for you could be completely different to somebody else. But regardless, reward systems work. They work so well, unbelievably well, that many people don't actually implement them into the change of behavior. And so they struggle along thinking that I'm changing, but I'm suffering. I'm changing, but I'm suffering. And it doesn't have to be like that. So again, it's the success principle number 26. I hope that served you. It's all about acknowledging your positive past. Now, this one might take a little bit longer than some of the previous ones, but again, this is a success principle. It is for you to take the time to find the space in your calendar to maybe not watch that Netflix series just for a couple of minutes. Maybe the reward system that you put in place will be like, once I finish this 100 success list or the victory log, I will then go watch 20 minutes of the series. There you go, that's the reward system already in place. It's just a nicer way for you to reward yourself internally so that you can see things externally that are going to obviously benefit you as well. You might have a shift list, which is a list that helps your energy to be more positive and feel more grateful. And so maybe watching Netflix or watching another Amazon Prime might be that thing for you. The bottom line is, focus today on your successes. Look at and acknowledge the things that you've been successful at. Write them down, because you're going to be looking over this list again and again. Because once you know you can do and overcome these things, it just gives you this innate confidence. And you're more likely, science has actually proven, to actually achieve your goals when you know you've overcome and achieved goals before. And so this list is really important. So remember to thumbs up this video, to comment and subscribe. Now, there might have just been maybe a minute of nuggets of the 7.5 minutes of this video, but the bottom line is there was a nugget. So if it's got a little bit of a nugget, the gift of exchange of energy means if you thumbs this video up, that means you're doing a service to me, but other people that might need to see this as well. It's one of the little ways you can give back to the world. So again, thumbs this up, comment below what was your biggest thing that you're going to be doing, what was one of your successes, in fact, that you could put down below. One of many, remember, one of many. Catch me tomorrow, where I'm going to be sharing another success principle. Unless you're watching this on the replay, which you more than likely are, because this is not live, you can go on and continue the series of the success principles, which is all here to help you shift, heal and expand in your business and your life overall. Again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. My name's been Ruth Ellen. I've not introduced myself properly, but I help you to shift, heal and expand.